Meanwhile, let's bring in Larry Kudlow. He was part of the Trump administration. Now he's got a great show over on Fox Business. Hey, Larry, good morning to you.
You know, it's great to be here. I can see Ainsley at a polo match, absolutely. but regarding Brian, I don't know. I think it's a little bit of a stretch, to tell you the truth.
I don't really belong.
I think
you got to wear white, too, I think.
Hey, hey Larry.
Is that a compliment?
No, it's not. It's not.
Yes.
Larry, we know you have been thinking about Joe Biden's spending spree, and he's talking about something like $6 trillion he has suggested over the first 100 days, and we'll put that up. He was out in Georgia yesterday trying to convince America we need to be spending this money. This morning, he appeared on the Today Show, and one of the hosts asked a really good question, because why do we need all this spending if things are going along pretty good right now? Watch this clip.
Why tax and spend so much when the economy is still recovering as a result of the pandemic?
That's the reason why it's recovering, because we're investing. Look how rapidly it's recovered since we passed the last piece of legislation. And that legislation was $1.9 trillion. If we don't invest in this country, we're going to actually we're going to fall behind even further.
So according to him, the President of the United States, the economy is recovering because we're investing. So I guess the logic, Larry, is we invest more, it recovers more.
But is any of that money spent yet, Larry?
No.
Well, look at the GDP. The economy started recovering last summer. I mean, third quarter GDP was up 33%. Fourth quarter was up 4%. The first quarter, just in this week, is up, 6.4%. I'll grant you the stimulus checks did go out in March, so that boosted. There hasn't been any new investment. And the idea that we needed $6 trillion in additional spending, the worst part of it is the $4 trillion in higher taxes. We are going to blitz investment, capital formation. It's going to lose jobs. It's going to damage family incomes. Wages will go down, and it's going to smash the GDP. And the idea that we're going to completely end fossil fuel energy, and now we're going to have a new great society in social programs without any work incentives at all. I mean, I understand Mr. Biden's new left-wing ideology. He wasn't always that way, but this is his new suit. Okay, I get that. But I'm just telling you, we've tried this before. It hasn't worked. What we need to do is keep the tax cut incentives, which help the middle class, keep the deregulation, keep energy independence. You know, my motto here is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And the numbers we got out this week, 6.4% GDP, on top of the 4% and the 33%, showed clearly it ain't broke. So the fix is going to make the patient worse.
Why can't people see the big picture here, though? If you work for a company and they're going to be taxed, their corporate tax goes from 21 to 28. What do you think these companies are going to do? They're either going to close up shop and move to another country, or they still want to make that. They want to, make the money that they were making before. So what are they going to do? They're going to fire people. People aren't going to get raises, right?
That is correct. That is exactly correct. Please hold those thoughts forever. I mean, look, 70% of the corporate tax burden is borne by the middle class, by the blue-collar middle class. That's just not me. That's a CBO, Congressional Budget Office, nonpartisan study. That's why the Trump tax cuts were so good, because 70% of them got to the blue-collar middle class or lower. So to your point, Ainsley, if you tax investment and you tax businesses, you're going to get less investment, you're going to get fewer businesses, and that means fewer jobs, and that means lower wages. By the way, it's a double and maybe a triple tax. The business income tax goes up, and by the way, the overseas cash is doubled on taxes from 10.5 to 21. So that's one. Second, the capital gains tax is going to double, so that's a second tax. And third, we're not sure, but the estate tax may go up, or the step up in basis may be eliminated. That would be yet another tax burden on investment. We're killing the geese that lay the golden eggs, and we know this. Everybody, this is just common sense. Yep. If you want this economy to grow and recover post-pandemic, if we can look to that, Why would you take $4 trillion out of the economy, out of free enterprise, and give it to a bunch of social planners who are going to expand the great society to the third or fourth power with not a single work incentive? It's sort of like the total opposite of what we need to do.
Yeah, it must be frustrating because the economy is going to recover to a certain degree on its own, and because we sidelined it because of the pandemic, and people are going to get the wrong impression that it was the Biden proposals that did it, when it's going to be the Biden proposals that are going to cause inflation and actually slow it down, which we saw 8 years prior to you getting the job. I know you know this guy that we had on earlier. He left Cuba in the 1960s. Him and his family fled with nothing, and he ends up thriving in America. And he sees a lot of things happening here is what happened in the 60s when Castro took over Cuba. This is Maximo Alvarez.
I heard it before, the false empty promises. I thought I would never hear them again. The social injustice, the propaganda about diversity, equity, and inclusion. This is the most generous country in the world. This is the only country where 60 years ago I arrived with the clothes that I was wearing on my back. And thanks to the generosity of this country, thanks to the freedom of this country, thanks to the opportunities that this country offers to everybody the same, I was able to experience the so-called American dream.
So do you think that's an unjust fear that he has?
No, look, it was unclear, but he's warning of the dangers of socialism and autocracy. And I think that's a very important road sign for all Americans to look at. We love free enterprise and entrepreneurs and technology innovations. You know, take a rip at the ball, and you have to be paid for it. Don't punish success, reward success. You know, on the welfare story here, the best welfare program is a good paying job, okay? And just think of this for a minute. In order to have a good paying job, you have to have a healthy business. And in order to have a healthy business, you have to have someone to finance it. Either a wealthier person or family and friends. They're taking risks, but they have to be paid for those risks. There has to be an after-tax rate of return. So I'm just saying, if you penalize business or you penalize investment, as Ainsley said a few moments ago, you are going to penalize the jobs and the wages and the family incomes. Yeah. And I thought we had learned this because it doesn't work in socialist countries. It didn't work in this country when we went hog wild on welfare in the late 60s and the 70s. It did work, though. Look, the Clinton-Gingrich welfare deal in the mid-90s was terrific because it put in work requirements and it put in, high school education type requirements. Why abandon that? It's worked for like 25 years. Yep. And again, I say to you, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. For heaven's sakes, this economy can roar in the next 3, 4, 5, 6 years. I mean, roar. Best in the world again, like it was pre-pandemic. Just don't mess with it. Don't throw up roadblocks and barriers and obstacles.
Larry, our final topic today is, we selected it because we know you are a big fan of the TV show for children called Paw Patrol. And there was this kid, this college professor, was doing a Zoom call, and the student, a fellow by the name of Braden Ellis, was talking about how cancel culture is ruining our country. And he talked about how people tried to cancel the TV show Paw Patrol because it showed police in a good light. Well, he got into kind of an argument with this professor. Listen to this interchange, and at the end, we're going to ask you whether or not you believe the professor with what she says at the end. Let's go out to Cypress College in California.
I think cops are heroes and they have to have a difficult job, but we have to have that
all of
fine
them?
life. Oh, I'd say a good majority of them. I do support our police, and we have bad people, and the people that do bad things should be brought to justice. I agree with that.
You're saying police officers should be revered, viewed as heroes? They belong on TV shows with children?
I think they are heroes in a sense because they come to your need and they come and help you.
They're actually supposed to protect and serve the people.
They do protect us. Who do we call when we're in trouble and someone has a knife or a gun?
I wouldn't call the police.
Why wouldn't you call the police?
I don't trust them. My life's in more
Who would
danger
you call?
in their presence.
Professor, who would you call?
I wouldn't call anybody.
So Larry, he's talking about how cops are heroes for the most part, and she said at the end, if somebody was menacing her, she would not call the police. Do you believe that?
Well, yeah, I do believe it. I mean, this is the kind of nutty, crazy people stuff that we've been hearing in the last couple of years. It's absolutely nutty. I don't know Cypress College. I think the kid did a very good job. I think the teacher is loony left. You know, this is loony left stuff that's going around and passing for education. And here's the good news, okay? I like to be a little optimistic. I see parents rebelling against this kind of cancel culture, left-wing garbage that's being sold in high schools and fancy prep schools and even colleges now. I see a revolt brewing because the teacher does not represent America, okay? Does not represent the beliefs and ideals and values of America, and we have to defend the cops. Right. The minority community's best friend is good policing, and we must never forget that, and that's why the cops are so important to defend, and we see it here in New York City big time, and it's got to change.
All right. Larry, thank you very much for getting up early to talk to us. We'll be watching your show later today.
Thanks, Larry.